guys on E11 Forex Trading. My name is Elijah, and I welcome you on this wonderful trading opportunity where we share our thought process, where we share what we'll be looking at for this coming week. We'll be sharing for what we'll be looking at from this coming week, from the 30th till Friday. So we'll be sharing our thought process. Whatever we're doing here, we're just sharing educational, views. Whatever we are doing here, I'm not a financial advisor. All this is just for educational purposes. So I want to tell you, I'm not a financial advisor. As I repeated that again, I'm just sharing my thought process. So let's get into it. Remember just to hit the like button and subscribe. Awesome. Let's get into it, guys. So yes, guys. Last time we spoke of GBP, USD, and some few other pairs. So we'll be taking a look again today also on GBP, USD, and GBP AUD. So let's just get into it. So let's get into it. We spoke about GBP, USD. So let's get into it, guys. Let's take a look from a weekly. Remember, on the weekly time frame, we said that price is still on this uptrend. It's still to the upside. It's still sitting within this big consolidating area. We said from a monthly time frame, as we go back to the monthly time frame, we said that price is consolidating around this area. So price has been around this area for some time. So on a weekly also, we said that price is to the upside, is just sitting on this uptrend. We say price is sitting on this uptrend. So we go to the daily time frame also. As you can see, price now is consolidating. So price around daily is busy also to the upside. So let's update on what we spoke about last week. Looking into the last week, Monday. So last week we were around this area. As we analyzed the market, price was around this area. Price was sitting around this area, and we said on that time, we said that what we're expecting is that price probably to be shooting to the downside. But we said also the price, if it doesn't break this trend line, price may be doing like this and then consolidate there and shoot to this level. And that's what price did. We waited. We said we'll not rush into this trade. We'll see what happens here, and then we'll then take the trade. So price did not break this area. Price consolidate, break above, and then price came above this strong resistance area, and we were looking for 69 pips. So the link will be down on the description below on what we have spoken last time. We said here we're expecting 69 pips to the upside, and that was wonderful. We capitalized on that 69 pips and we took our profit around this area. So today we'll be taking a look on what basically we'll be sharing our thought process, what we'll be looking at this coming from Monday onwards. So with a student around here, we capitalized with the students. On Friday we had master class. On Friday we were trading with the students around this area. We took a trade. Price was around this level, and we said when price come here, I told them that when price come back to this area, price come back to these areas here, price come back to this area, price will be shooting to the downside. So as you look at me looking, aside, I'm looking at a big monitor. So yes. So we said from here, price will be shooting to the downside, and our target was around this area. And indeed, price hit our target. We took our profits there. So that was a good, that was very, very great. So we took our profit there. So we'll be taking a look at what we'll be expecting this coming week, and price, so this coming week, what we're expecting, price has been around this trend line. So let's go back a little bit, maybe to the daily time frame. So to the 4-hour. So price has been around, above this trend line, in a 4-hour, time frame, and now price is broken that trend line. Let's clean this. Let's take this out since we're already done. Let's take that out of the way. So price has been above this trend line for some time, from the 12th of November till last Friday, 27th. So price is broken below this trend line, so and price now is testing, a support. Remember, price here got rejected to the downside, price came, and the price got rejected to the downside. So price broke above, and price has been trading above this level. And now price is testing this, area which was a resistance, now 10 support at this level. Now price is 10 support at this area here. So what, so around this area, price now is on a support level around this area. And also price is broken on a 4-hour, this trend line. So what we'll be expecting this coming from Monday, we'll be checking what price does around this area, around this support. If price doesn't break this level, we're expecting price to shoot a little bit back to the upside and test these regions and go back and test the regions of, around 1.33550 or 1.33540 areas. So we're expecting price to go and test those regions there. If price does not break this level, we're expecting a little bit of retracement to this area, and then price shoot to the downside. So we're expecting price to retrace to this area of 1.33500 or so. So around this areas, of 550, 540. And then if price, to retest this area, let me just, put that. Yeah, so we're expecting price to test this area. If price doesn't break this level, then price will come test the support. And if price break the support, price will be shooting to the downside. So our first target will be around this area of 1.31950. And if price come here, price may retrace. So basically, let me just show. We're expecting the price can go back to this level, and the price come, maybe, play around there. Then price shoot to this area. This will be our first target around this area of 1.31, around 1.31950 area. So if price, doesn't break this level, we expect price to go back, retest that region, and then price come back there and then play around there. Then price, our second target, will be around 1.31130. So that is our first thought process on this coming week. And our second thought process, remember, we'll not be rushing into this trade. We'll not be rushing into this trade. We'll be checking what happens here and also what happens on this area. So if price come there and then doesn't break, we take a nice trade here. So we'll be taking our nice trade on this area. So if price doesn't break this region, we'll be taking around this area. We'll be taking our first trade. First target will be there. Then second targets will be around this area. So first target. So if price comes to this level, then we'll be shooting to the downside. So, but if price come here and break to the upside, if price then comes to this level, price comes to these levels here. If price then comes to this level and begin to consolidate here, and then shoot to the upside, price will be going back to test again this level. If it breaks on that range, remember we said price is consolidating on a channel. Price is consolidating, in a big, from a monthly time frame is busy consolidating. So if price breaks above this green line area here, if price then breaks, if price breaks this level around 1.33980, 990, and then price consolidate, we'll be expecting price to be shooting to the upside. So let's clear that out. Let's shift this here. So if price then comes here, the price comes to this level. Oops. The price comes to this level there. The price comes to this level and then breaks to the upside. What we'll be expecting here is just consolidate around that area and then price shoot to the upside. So that's what we'll be expecting. Price consolidate. If it doesn't break the level, then we're expecting price to be shooting straight. If price doesn't break the level there, we expect price to shoot straight to these areas. But if that does not happen, price will then shoot price will then shoot to the upside. So price will then shoot to the upside. Price will then shoot to the upside from there. So that's what we'll be looking at on GBP USD this coming week. So, but our first thought process is what we have already, explained to you guys. We're expecting price to come to this level, and then price come back, play around there. If it breaks this level, then price will be, that will be our first target, then our second target then. But we'll be checking first what basically happened around that area, around this area. So if price decide to shoot straight to the upside, we'll then be checking what happened there. And so around this area, we'll wait. If price doesn't break, we'll take a nice, nice position to this area. We'll check what happened here. We'll take a nice position to this area, our first target there, and then we'll take a profit. So, and then from there, we'll then be taking a wonderful sell to the downside. So that's our first thought process. So if price come here, we'll not rush to take a sell. We'll check what happened in this area. Price may decide to shoot to the upside. So when price come there, so on this area, price doesn't break, we'll take a nice sell to there, then price shoot to the downside. So if price doesn't go there, then we'll wait for a break, a little bit break there, then a retest. Then from there, we take a sell to the downside. So those are our two options. First, if price doesn't break, we take a buy to this area, then wait what happened there, then take a nice sell to the downside. So if price break or get to the downside, we'll wait for a retest, then shoot to the downside. So that's what we're looking at on GBP USD. So let's take a look at GBP AUD. GBP AUD. On GBP AUD, as you can look from a 4-hour time frame, on Friday, I took a nice sell. From this position. I saw how price has been behaving, and I saw this head and shoulder formation. I waited for price just to break and then come back and retest this trend line. Then I said no, and then I took, when I saw price coming down, I capitalized and I took that is around 130 pips. So I capitalized on this 130 pips on Friday. So I showed also my student, this position, which I took on Friday. It was a wonderful, position. It was a, wonderful position that we've taken there. So let's take a look on what we'll be expecting, this coming week on this GBP, on this GBP AUD. Oops. Let's clear those things out. Okay, let's clear those things out. So, all right. So let's clear this thing out. Okay. So if price on this level here, a price on this level, let's clear that, which I took the position. Let's clear that out. If price doesn't break here, we are looking at, at this level here. Let's clear also this previous history, what we've been looking at previously. So GBP AUD for the past months, it has been giving us some nice position. We took a position there, took profit there, position there, took profit there, took position there, and also around this area, we took a nice, sell from there, and to 400 pips. So that's what, you know, has been happening some previous month. So but now we'll be showing what we are looking at this time. So yes, I just wanted to show you some they may be, you know, distracted and look at what is happening on this left side. So just wanted to show you that. So yes, so price now is sitting on this area of support. So we're expecting the price around this area. Price may decide, you know, if it doesn't break, you know, this level, price, we're expecting the price on, you know, maybe going back to test these areas, the price shoot to the downside, you know, so that's what we'll be expecting. So if price doesn't break this region, we'll be taking a nice sell to this area. So let's take a look at, you know, let's take a look at this area there. So we'll be taking a nice, you know, buy, I mean, that will be around 78 pips. That'll be around 78 pips to this region. Our take profit will be around, you know, 1.81030. So if price doesn't break here, we'll take a buy to this area to 1.81030. So that's what we'll be looking at. And if price then decide to come, you know, to this area and break, we'll wait for a nice break here, break and a retest on this area. So if price then, so we'll be now, you know, price may come there, then price, you know, do like that, then price come, then retest. On a retest, we'll be shooting to the downside to this area. So we'll just be waiting to take our nice profit on this area, on this area here, on this area, you know, around this level. So we'll be just taking our profits down there. But let's take a look on a weekly time frame. You see, on a weekly time frame, there's something that is happening, you know, around this area of 1.7846. So price, you know, continue, we'll be taking our profit. Our target is around there, 1.7846. Then price from here, from this level, price may decide, you know, to shoot back to this region. You see, from there, there will be a double, you know, there will be a head and inverted head and shoulder. So as you can see there, this is a weekly, from a weekly time frame. But from 4 hour, you know, there's still, you know, some money to be capitalized. So then price come to this area of 1.78, you know, 460. Then on a weekly time frame, we'll be expecting price to go back to this region on a long term. So price, you know, GBP maybe, you know, from here may form an inverted head and shoulder and go back to this area of 1.88020. So around this area, price may come there, and then, you know, from this level, we'll take a look at what happens around this area from a weekly time frame and monthly. So, you know, coming weeks, you know, coming weeks to December, price may go back to this area of 1.88020. But on our daily, you know, daily targets, our targets is to that area then. So our targets, you know, on daily, you know, it's around that area. So let's go and clear those things out. So let's go and clear those things out. So I was just showing you what we're expecting on a weekly, on a daily. So we must capitalize on all that, you know. So we must now begin to know what is happening, you know, on a weekly and on a daily, you know, time frame. So let's go back to 4 hours. And so I told you that, you know, we'll be shooting to the downside to 1.78500 there. Then from that 1.78500, we'll be shooting back to 1.88020 on a weekly time frame. But on a 4 hour, anything is possible. Remember, we are just sharing our thought process. So first, so if price doesn't break, we'll be taking a nice buy to around this area of 1.81040. Price doesn't break there, we'll just be taking a nice wait and see what happens. Then we'll take a nice to the downside. So if price break this trend line, remember prices will be trading around, you know, below this trend line. So anything below this trend line will be focusing on sales, but on this area, there's a nice opportunity to go back and test those regions, and then we shoot to the downside, but we'll be checking what happens then. So on a weekly, you know, our target from this area, our target on this area from 1.78190, 78186 will be taking a sell from here. So to this area, our target will be taking a buy, not a sell. So on a weekly, we're expecting a nice price to begin to move, you know, price begin to go to those areas there. So price will begin to go to these areas, you know. So price will begin to go to these areas there. So we'll be taking that wonderful, position to, that will be around 800 pips or so. So this can be months to come, or weeks to come, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, depending. So from that area of 1.78118, we'll be taking a nice buy to the upside. That is, around 800 pips, moving to the upside. So, but on a daily, and during the week, we'll just be capitalizing on these moves that will be happening here. So price can decide not to go there, and from here it begin to shoot back to our target on a weekly. So we'll be just checking whatever happened. Remember, we don't dictate what market does. We just follow what the market is telling us. So yes, so this is what is going on. So this is what we'll be looking at this coming weeks on Gbpaud. So awesome, guys. This has been a wonderful time. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also tell us what you want us to be looking at this coming week. Tell us what you want us to be looking at, other plans that you want us to be looking at. It has been wonderful. Remember not to forget to subscribe, as we'll be sharing more valuable content to you guys. This is E11 Forex Trading, and this is Elijah. Till we see each other again on our next analysis. Awesome, guys.